track.
The track. Never walk on the track 7 days a week.
Oh no, maybe 2 or maybe 3.
And then, no, you can walk 7 days a week, but not on the track. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
The only way you can strengthen the central nervous system is when you're walking. You can also do it jogging. I don't want to talk about it because it's bad for the body. Is when you're on an unflat surface. Because when the foot shakes, the brain has to say, what's going on here? And then you strengthen the central nervous system. That's why
so dry land.
When you go to the best spas in the world, they have trails, don't they?
That's true.
With gravels on them, right?
That's right.
And so these trails, when you step on the gravel, your foot moves backwards and forwards. And when your foot, in other words, when I do that, something happens to your brain. Your brain felt it. So when I'm walking on an unsmooth surface, the brain is, and I'm strengthening.
Well, then it would have to have that same kind of trigger if you're on a treadmill, because that pouncing.
Wait a minute, you're not on an unsmooth surface. That's one thing. Okay,
it's perfectly
treadmill.
even.
Yeah, even. Okay. So what you're saying is better if I'm gonna spend 30 minutes doing something. Look, if you tell me I can go to the bank for 30 minutes and get bags of money, or go to the window for 30 minutes and get a little driplets, I'd be kind of stupid.
Now let me ask you the question.
Yes.
So if you don't sleep, if you're dehydrated, and if you don't exercise, tell us what is happening to the body that lead to many of the diseases that we are discussing today, like diabetes, heart attack, strokes, cancer, prostate cancer.
The immune system breaks down. The liver. If you take the E off the liver, it's spelled
Live.
Now, the liver weighs 3 pounds. It's an organ. And so the liver which messes with your kidneys and then put so many black folks on kidney dialysis machine. Anger, bitterness.
So your spirit is a part of it.
Did you hear me?
Your spirit, your attitude,
Sugar,
how you look at life.
coffee.
I drank coffee since I was 15 years
There's
old.
more caused in America every day from drinking coffee than lung cancer from smoking
But you know,
cigarettes.
why is it that people drink coffee? Why do they feel they have to have
I
it?
need a stimulant. I didn't get
You
my
need a
proper
drug.
sleep. I need a drug.
Instead of having illegal drugs, you decide
Yeah.
to use a legal drug.
That's what I did. Hey man, if crack would have been legal, I'd have used it. Whatever white folks say is legal, I took. I was 4 packs of
Why do you
cigarettes
say
a day.
white folks?
Because they determined the law. I didn't determine. One day when they decide what was illegal is legal, we don't determine that.
But that has changed now.
No, wait a minute. Malcolm X pictures on a stamp. Those was white on a stamp. Wasn't no black folks sitting in that room.
And you're implying?
I'm implying that, there's a power in this country that determines things, and when they determine it, black folk didn't get Trent Lott out. That's a myth. What Trent Lott said, and then we'll get back to this. Here's what Trent Lott said. Trent Lott went back to 1948. Okay? 1948, white lesbian better not come out, her brother would almost stomp her to death. A white gay daddy would almost stomp him to death. To do with black folk. This got something to do would sit. Now, why do you think all them white newspapers start writing them bad there too? How many gays you think you have, or how many people you have that got children that's gay? You saw what happened to what's the guy, the Catholic guy that ran for president? You do cross talk back live or whatever.
Pat Buchanan.
When Pat
Kid.
maybe he had adopted.
No, he never had kids.
Well, let me.
He has no kids. You're either talking about Cheney or Gingrich. I think it was Cheney.
Okay, well,
It was Cheney.
excuse me,
Because they have no kids.
I'll call and find out.
No, I can tell you.
Okay.
Pat Buchanan has no
Whoever
kids.
it is lived in San Francisco. That's where the press conference was held. In San Francisco.
But keep going.
Okay, so
Wait,
now.
I need to take a break because I gotta tell you something. You got me out here today, baby. Woo! This is the right side. And Dick Greger's in the house, and we'll be back. Don't go away.
Armstrong Williams is brought to you by the
Hello, everyone, and I'm Armstrong Williams, your host of The Right Side. Thank you so much for joining us. Dick Gregory is our guest
Again,
for the full hour.
thank you.
Comedian, activist,
Yes,
philanthropist,
yes,
father,
yes,
husband,
yes.
and good friend.
Well, let me straighten out the husband thing. I've been married 43 years. And love ain't got nothing to do with it.
Oh, really?
She told me if you ever leave me, I'll hurt you. You know how long hurt will keep you home?
Uh-oh.
And then there's another word when you start making money that Michael Jordan just found out about called half. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year
to you and the family.
That's good. Whenever you and I sit down, and you and I do this annually.
Yes.
This is the annual thing. People look forward to it for you and I to sit down and talk. But you know what? There are so many things that you know
Yes.
that you've not begun to share with the public yet. I mean, you are
Some you can't.
some of you can't. You're a doctor. You found cures that you've not talked about yet. And I know you've got a blockbuster book about to come out. There are a lot of people out there suffering, dying. They feel they have diseases that are incurable. But you may have found the secret to a lot of the things that doctors cannot find cures for as it relates to many diseases out there, like cancer, diabetes. Let's just talk about you as a nutritionist and some of the formulas that you found are writing about that has been tried, proven to cure.
You kind of psychic. I put something in my little pouch that I was going to give you off the show for your health. Save time. Everybody else came out and said, including the president. And then when they found out where them calls was coming from, the president changed.
So his was not racial.
At all. On the Joe Madison show, I said the next day, I said, y'all in for a big surprise. This ain't got nothing to do with black folk. This got something to do with sit. Now, why do you think all them white newspapers start writing them bad there too? How many gays you think you have, or how many people you have that got children that's gay? And now I'm straight.
They would have to have that same kind of trigger if you're a treadmill. Because that policy,
Wait a minute, you're not on an unsmooth surface. That's one thing. Okay?
it's perfectly even.
Yeah, even. Okay? So what you said is better if I'm gonna spend 30 minutes doing something. Look, if you tell me I can go to the bank for 30 minutes and get bags of money, or go to the window for 30 minutes and get a little driplets, I'd be kind of stupid.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So if you happening to the body that lead to many of the diseases that we are discussing today, like diabetes, heart attack, strokes, cancer, prostate cancer.
The immune system breaks down. The liver. If you take the E off the liver, it's spelled
Live.
live. Now, the liver weighs 3 pounds. It's an organ. And so the liver filters the blood. Once that breaks down, then everything opens up. You open up for all kinds of diseases. It's what causes your liver to go out, which mess with your kidneys and then put so many black folks on kidney dialysis machine. Anger, bitterness.
So your spirit is a part
Did
of
you hear me?
your spirit, your attitude,
Sugar,
how you look at life.
coffee.
Oh, the coffee's bad. I have not drank coffee since I was 15 years
There's
old.
more stomach cancer caused in America every day from drinking coffee than lung cancer from smoking
But you know, why is
cigarettes.
it that people drink coffee? Why do they feel they have to have
I
it?
need a stimulant. I didn't get
You
my
need a
proper
drug.
sleep. I need a drug.
Instead of having illegal drugs, you
Yeah.
decide to use illegal drugs.
That's what I did. Hey man, if crack would have been legal, I'd have used it. Whatever white folks say is legal, I took. I was 4 packs of
Why do you
cigarettes
say
a day.
white folks?
Because they determined the law. I didn't determine it. One day when they decide what was illegal is legal, we don't determine that.
But that has changed now.
No, wait a minute. Malcolm X pictures on a stamp. Those was white folk put him on a stamp. Well, no black folks sitting in that room.
And you're implying?
I'm implying that, there's a power in this country that determines things, and when they determine it, black folk didn't get Trent Lott out. That's a myth. What Trent Lott said, and then we'll get back to this. Here's what Trent Lott said. Trent Lott went back to 1948. Okay? 1948, a white lesbian better not come out, her brother would almost stomp her to death. A white gay daddy would almost stomp her to death. Hear me good now. A Jew in the South, huh? Give me a break. Also, a white woman didn't have no positions on jobs and better not look cross-eyed at her husband. Now, who is he talking about? He wasn't talking about me. I ain't no problem to America today. It's that white woman that took his job. It's that white woman that's presidents of colleges and universities. It's that white woman that get on TV and say, I'm a lesbian and I'm in love with Mary. And that's what he was saying. Had everybody voted like Mississippi, woo, we wouldn't have the problems we having today.
I gotta tell you, that's an original.
Now, everybody missed it, except you.
No. I missed it.
No, you didn't. No. I'm saying, you said you attacked him immediately. And I shouldn't use that word, but to save time. Everybody else came out and said, including the president. Then when they found out where them calls was coming from, the president changed.
So his was not racial.
At all. On the Joe Madison show, I said the next day, I said, y'all in for a big surprise. This ain't got nothing to do with black folk. This got something to do with sit. Now, why do you think all them white newspapers start writing them bad there too? How many gays you think you have, or how many people you have that got children that's gay? You saw what happened to, what's the guy, the Catholic guy that ran for president? He do cross talk back live or whatever.
Pat Buchanan.
When Pat Buchanan came out against lesbians, his daughter held a press conference and he wouldn't have came out against lesbians had he knew I was one.
No, you mean Dick Cheney.
No.
No.
No, son, I would never do this to Pat Buchanan. My ethics would not permit me to
It was
do this.
Cheney's daughter.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
Oh no, it's Gingrich then.
No. This was way before that, son.
Pat Buchanan?
Did you hear me?
They have no children.
I'm telling you.
Pat Buchanan has no children. They never
Well,
had kids.
Maybe he had adopted.
No, he never had kids. No.
Well,
He has no kids. You either talking about Cheney or Gingrich. I think it was Cheney.
Okay, well.
It was Cheney.
Excuse me,
Because
Pat.
they have no kids.
I'll call and find out.
No, I can tell you.
Okay.
Pat Buchanan has no
Whoever
kids.
it is lived in San Francisco. That's where the press conference was held. In San Francisco.
But keep going.
Okay, so
Wait,
now.
no, I need to take a break because I got to tell you something. You got me out here today, baby. Woo! This is the right side. And Dick Greger's in the house. And we'll be back. Don't go away.
Armstrong Williams is brought to you by the National Rifle Association.
Welcome back to the right side of me, host Armstrong Williams. Dick Gregory is our guest. We're talking about what happens when you have sleep deprivation, when you're dehydrated, and when you don't exercise. And the diseases that
Then
it
you
leads
knock out,
to.
the first thing you do is knock out the liver. The liver is an organ and a gland, and it weighs 3 pounds. It's the only thing in your body that's an organ and a gland. Now, what affects it? Anger, bitterness, laughter is the best medicine. We've heard that all our life, right? When you look at your commercial, when you're coming on, when you're laughing, if you didn't do nothing but just sit in the mirror for 4 hours, once a week, and did that, healing starts. Healing starts. You see, when I laugh, I use certain muscles, and those muscles pinch certain nerves, and those nerves trigger an oil that's dropped into my body that keeps me younger. When I frown and tighten up, I use certain muscles, and those muscles pinch certain nerves that drops a gas into my body that will destroy the cell structure.
Let me ask you an important question, and I know you may not want to answer this.
I'll answer anything.
No, don't say it.
Please.
Have you found a cure to cancer?
Oh, I would not say, you're right. I would not say that. Yes.
Yes, you have.
No. I'm sorry. I would not say that because there's too many people out there that's listening that might stop doing certain things they doing. There's certain things I found out because of my knowledge that I have. For instance, I'm gonna give you this here. Every Christmas I go up in the mountain. I'm not with my family, with my children. I go up the mountain and fast. I don't eat, I don't talk, I don't nothing. And I get my gift. Where I went this year, it was cold. So I left, which put me back in D.C. ahead of time, and I picked up the Chicago Tribune, okay? And in picking up the Chicago Tribune, this didn't run in no other paper, and I get $600 worth of newspapers a week. What's that?
Study linked early adult deaths to lead.
Now, up until then, I've always kind of believed that lead was a child thing. So then the report came out of Johns Hopkins. I got to read cancer. See that word cancer there? Mm-hmm. Now, what does that say? You see 68%?
68%
of cancer deaths is because of the elevated lead in the body. Hello. So now, if I have cancer and I'm taking treatment for cancer and don't realize I got to deal with the lead, my cancer gonna be prolonged for a while, but I'm dead. What gets lead out of the body? A simple herb called kelp, K-E-L-P. You take 6 kelp in the morning and 6 kelp in the evening, and it starts pulling the lead out of the body. Now, let me tell you about this article, because this article is mean. It says here that lead is the #1 environmental health hazard for children, but a new study indicates that more than 30 million Americans, adults, may be at risk from premature death because of past exposures. And they go on to say that because of the elevated lead levels in adults, lead causes early life up to 46% increased rate of mortality. So it means if you die from sugar diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure,
there's no point getting the star
you take
coin.
46% of your life out.
That's crazy.
So do you take medicine?
No.
I cannot believe that.
No aspirins, no.
So what do you recommend as an alternative if you need to take medicine, like for colds or a headache, if the doctor said you got high blood pressure or cholesterol?
When I was a little boy, my mother used to give me something called 3 6s. It was bitter.
366, brother. I know about 6 and castor.
You know what 3 6s?
Ain't
You
no
know where
way.
3 6s come from? Golden seal, a herb. See what the pharmaceutical companies found out
I
that you
feel
can't make the money
so.
on the herbs. So then they made it
God
synthetically.
damn it.
So it's just a matter of doing. Look at dogs. When dogs get sick and they just go out and eat little grass and heal themselves. Now, this is very important here because you mentioned something about high blood
Shit.
pressure. Read that paragraph
I'm
to me right
flabbergasted
here.
at that
This
one.
shocked me to no end.
Research also sheds light on the reason African Americans who tend to be exposed to more lead in the environment have significantly increased rates of some diseases, especially high blood pressure.
Now, wait, hold it. All my life, I've been told salt, right? Now, let me tell you, if you live in a house that was built before 1978, there can be no more lead paint. But if I come in and paint your house today with paint with no lead in it, if I'm painting over lead paint, see, the lead and paint turns into a gas, turns into a dust, and you breathe it in.
No, I've seen that on the Science Channel.
Yes.
Where this person could not figure out why they were having these illnesses,
That's
and they
right.
traced it back to the paint and the lead in the house. Now, I've seen that.
Mental retardation, slow learning of children, okay, cancer. You finish this here. Look what else they say there, and then you'll see.
Lead's danger to children led to the gradual elimination of leaded gasoline and lead paint, the two major sources of lead in the environment.
Okay.
Hold that point. Let me take a break and come back.
Fine.
Dick Gregory is our guest. It's the nutritionist. It's the doctor. It's the wisdom on the right side. We'll be back. Phones are deadly. It's why.
Well, first, let me do it a roundabout way. The Italian lawyer that owns the Baltimore Orioles, he settled about $300 million worth of cell phone cases out of court. I mean, they know that if you pick up the phone on this side and that computer's on the other side, you got to pull that electronical energy all the way through. It breaks down the brain cells, it breaks down the immune system, and it slows up the heart. And that's why I've never owned a cell phone in my life.
No wrong.
And
You don't need it, really.
No.
Don't really.
I would need one. I'd like to have one, but I mean, it'd be out called Matrix. Yeah, we'll go back and see it again, because what it's about is about how British intelligence put the cell phone together, and all through that movie it says to remember? We covered it. You know, you get the proper exercise. Now if you want to get into some personal things, sleep with your head north. You can add more time. If you breathe,
How do you sleep with your head north?
you find out where north is in the room.
What if my bed is this way? Which way is north?
Then you check. You
This
find
way?
out. I don't know. But I'm saying, here's what you do. I take a compass on the road with me, and when I go to a hotel, I find out north. You take a baby and put a baby in a crib, the baby will seek out north. We keep straightening the baby up. The baby don't turn all the way around the crib, it finds north. Once you lay down like this, every nerve cell in your body is pulled due north. So if you sleep in north, there's no pull. Just like it pulls a compass, it pulls every nerve cell in your body.
Get rid of the coffee.
Get rid of the coffee.
What about tea?
Tea, if you're getting the herbal tea, and one of the best ways to take tea is put it in just water that's room temperature and let it sit overnight. Let it sit overnight, because once you heat anything, you see, if you heat something, you raise the molecules. If you freeze something, you lose the molecules, and those molecules get released inside your body. So if you cook something at like 200 degrees Fahrenheit, although it will be cool, those molecules are still at 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
What about wine?
No, none of it, and especially wine, because they talk about how the Roman Empire was destroyed, and they traced it back to lead poison. It was the wine crops that they used because it make it sweeter. That's what the bootleggers use. They use the lead processed stuff because it takes the bitterness out. No wine. They say a little wine is good. Have you ever seen a wino? They ain't never drank that hard. That's wine.
Bro.
In the last 45
I'm finna
seconds, what
stop
do you
saying
attribute
it,
your
bro.
longevity to?
Oh.
Damn.
My friend, the civil rights movement, my change in attitude. Before I met King and them, I was John Wayne. I thought if I was right and you was wrong, I had a right to get my gun and challenge you. I didn't understand what being lovable was. I understood love, but I didn't understand being lovable. And I never thought I would see the day that I could sit at 70 and say I'd much rather be killed by someone than kill someone. I never thought I would see the day that I would be sitting in the church for the funeral for the 3 children in Birmingham And when King say pray for the people that did it, I never thought I'd see the day that I'd be able to pray. And so it was that. Now, at the time of doing this, I didn't know the hostility. And then my fasting.
We're out of time. Goodbye. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Gray.
brother.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Today on The Rock Newman Show, cutting-edge comedian, civil rights leader, nutrition advocate, humanitarian, and soon-to-be recipient of a star in Hollywood's Walk of Fame. I'm talking about the legendary Dick Gregory. That's coming up right now. Welcome to The Rock Newman Show from the campus of the historic Howard University, located in the nation's capital. I'm Rock Newman, and it is my desire to inspire you with personal. Dick Gregory pulls no punches, ever. Not when he talks, not when he's telling jokes, not when he's addressing crowds at civil rights marches, and not today, as he joins us on the eve of receiving a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Welcome, Dick Gregory, to the Rock Newman Show.
Peace to you.
Before we start here, let me say something to my viewing audience. I want to disabuse anyone of an idea that this could possibly be a fully objective interview.
At all.
Let's break some rules here. I love this man and have loved this man since we started being friends back in 1976. With that said, let's get started.
When you called it for China, what was it, 76?
For China.
This was the president.
Yes, that was I think 1970. That was 1976, absolutely.
Always get strange calls.
I would like to start.
Let me just say this. John Lennon, I get a call. Never met him,
John Lennon.
never cared for the music. So I get a call. He's in Howard, in a cave, him and Yoko, drugged out.
Yeah.
He said every time I tell somebody, they say, call Dick Gregory. So I fly over. And not until I was reading a book and 3 months ago did I know where Gregory came over to broke our addiction. Wow. I just go in,
circumstances because you've been the people I'm going to ask you about in close personal relationships. Respond. Country. 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 Honest. Learned as he moved. Brilliant. But there's been a lot of black folks like that, but nobody was there to feed them.
Bro, this fucking.
Can I call you? I need to ask you
You
something.
want money because of this shit.
This is the Heights. My second book talk about it. Dick, what's the mafia? Did you hear me? What is the mafia? Well, how would he know in Georgia? Atlanta. That's what he had. I said, well, those are the folks with the government gonna kill you. Because those are the changes you fixing to make. But he was that meek and humble. But you cannot know what he went through. Because even Jesus didn't go through what he went through. You know what it's like? 3 o'clock in the morning, your phone rings. You have 4 children. And they say, we're seeking to blow the house up. And you run pick up 2, Coretta pick up 2. Now, them children have been watching your face ever since you've been on this planet, but they never seen that look. Never seen that look. Because the people who made the call, if you call the police or the fire, they probably want to
Trash ass internet, dog.
you know, with them children. I mean, you can't explain nothing to them, but you better not go out there. You know, that's what he went through. And as a father of 10, black children, I couldn't even tell you what that experience is like. At all. During the same time, died 3 years before Martin Luther King did Malcolm X. Yeah. I remember you saying one time, just in a conversation, I'm sitting there hearing you talk, and you talked about him, and you talked about his laugh. You talked about how funny he was. Funny. Him and Richard Pryor had 2 things in common. And I'm not talking about funny. They were so bashful, you'd be uncomfortable. Just sit with Richard.
Damn, dog. This shit is annoying, bro.
You look down. Yeah.
Slow ass internet.
Yeah. And Malcolm was the same.
Damn.
Malcolm sold me some wolf tickets.
I hate playing fucking catch up,
I'm
dog.
playing the Basin Street East in New York. Phone room. Here, Gregory, Brother Malcolm. Hey, champ, what happened? There's when you gonna come down to the mosque?
Damn, this shit is annoying.
I said, well, what time is it?
Shit is so
I
trash.
said, the car, yeah, I'll be ready at noon. Now here's the real Malcolm. So Malcolm said, I'll call you back. And Malcolm called back.
Damn.
I said, well, you can't come out to the mosque. 99%. You call me, I'm enjoying myself, got me a little whiskey over here, you know, eat me some pork chops, get this and you interrupt, Mom, and tell me I can't